Christmas is coming, the kids is getting better. Please do. Oh! A Christmas movie on Netflix, and it has Kurt Russell? Who does he play? He plays good old Saint Nick? Okay, I gotta take a look at this. So The Christmas Chronicles is the newest holiday film for the streaming service Netflix, and this is probably one of the most fascinating Netflix finds I have ever come across since, I would like to say next gen, but who knows. But the story is that a brother and sister, Cade and Teddy Pierce, always loved the holidays, but unfortunately their father had died and they sort of have gone their own separate ways. The sister is a believer in Christmas, while the older brother has moved on from the holidays and being, well, what a teenager would do in a generic teen flick is be the guy, the troublemaker, who follows his peers into mischief and crime. But with the sister looking back in their holiday tape for the past Christmases they celebrated with their father, she winds up seeing a mysterious figure whom she can assume is Santa Claus, as the sister forces her brother to essentially capture footage of Santa Claus and celebrate the evening with it, and try and get footage of Santa Claus, much like trying to get footage of Bigfoot. Except this Santa Claus is played by Kurt Russell. And of course they hop on their sleigh, something happens that loses the presents and the reindeer all over Chicago, and basically it's up to the Pierce children and Santa Claus to try and save the day. And from there, it is what I can only describe as a fascinating Christmas movie right here from Netflix. Quite often, I don't see a lot of Netflix original films, which I can give you one good reason for why some of them are terrible. But there are some good ones, you just need to weed out the bad ones. But Christmas Chronicles here is definitely one of the fascinating ones. But not because of Kurt Russell going from the hangman in Tarantino's The Hateful Eight to Santa Claus in this film, but also the way that it sets up the story. There are a few tropes here and there that are recognizable, but just the relation between both the brother and sister, how they relate to the passing of their father, how they miss him, and just the idea in general of them interacting with Santa Claus and all the reindeer and elves and everything. It's too perfect, and a lot of the scenes, including a really good, touching one that has the two kids sitting outside a church and reflecting back on their father and how they miss him. It is emotional, emotionally, touchingly emotional. But it's that special emotion that works to the film's advantage. Another thing I'd have to say is that, of course, they use Chicago for the majority of the movie, and admittedly, for a person who really wants to go to Chicago, this looks pretty. I mean, lots of the locations I can, at least in film, I can recognize because they pass by the hospitals and the alleyways that were used in The Dark Knight, and then there's lots of other places they use for this film that I can recognize, despite the fact that I've never been in Chicago. I would like to one day, same can be said for New York and LA and Florida, but that's for another time. In general, what is The Christmas Chronicles like? Well, I just could be my first time seeing it, but I found it charming, I found it visually pleasing. There is a lot of funny moments in it that can easily get the children entertained, but also will give a big smile to parents whenever they watch this film with their children. Really, if I can't really point out a lot of negatives with it, well, maybe one. And that's in one of the scenes. I won't dare give it away, but there's one portion in the scene where the elves, or at least one of the elves, winds up doing the whole floss dance and whatnot, that weird dance that I ain't gonna do because A, I'm on a bed, and B, I'm not tilting this camera around just to show you what a floss dance is like. I mean, you can easily look that up on YouTube. Just type in floss dance and you'll get, like, what, a couple of thousand results for that? Mostly it's being recognized and well known in Fortnite. So, I just hope that fad will pass on, if ever in the next 5 years. While it may not be the highest rated Christmas movie out there, with only critics giving it a 68% on RT, it's still a fresh tomato, and at least it's inside the positive range. It's no grand masterpiece like Home Alone or Miracle on 34th Street. The original, not the John Hughes remake. But it's still its own charming thing that, again, parents and children can take a look at this and be well faced with the heart of Christmas whenever they see this. So, admittedly, I will personally say that The Christmas Chronicles, while up on Netflix, is still a great film, and probably one I will possibly see myself streaming maybe every year. I haven't really thought of that. Though, to be honest, this isn't the first time I ever had a good time with a Christmas special. That one would go to one featuring Bill Murray on there. If I remember the title, I'll just put it down here. But it's fun, it's charming, and it's hilarious in its own way, so definitely check this out. But anyways, The Christmas Chronicles. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or in your opinion, have you ever seen any other Christmas film or anything that is on Hallmark or Lifetime up on Netflix that you find charmingly enjoy the holidays with? Well, whatever your thoughts are, comment below, let me know, and if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, wait until the end slate here if you want to see more. And as always, I'm the Fred Guy, and I'll see you guys for the next movie.